Back paddle, back it up, stop. Okay, forward paddle. Does that make sense? Any of you guys been in a whitewater boat where the captain, calls out commands? We kind of handle a canoe the same way. Now, momentum. You want to keep your momentum down. It's not a race. You can't charge down a river. You can charge across a lake, but you can't charge down a river. You've got turns. You've got log jams. You've got trees hanging over. You've got current. You've got eddy lines. You've got boils. You want to read the river a little bit. Find a clean line. Stay away from the overhanging trees. Stay away from the obstacles. And in order to do that, you can't be racing down the river. You come into your turns, slow. Read the river. Oh, point the boat away from the turn. Now you can power up. But coming into your turns, you need to come in slow, read the river, captain, make your adjustments, and call out. Once you get a good line, then you can power through. If you're in some current and you're going into a turn, you don't want to be at the mercy of the current once you have a clean line. You come in slow, you get your line, you don't want to hesitate and let that current pull you into the bushes. So once you get a clean line, power through. Does that make sense?
What she means by clean line, if it's, say you guys are coming up to a left turn, you want to get the nose of your boat facing left before the turn happens.
Thank you, Tom.
You don't want to go into a left turn with your nose facing right because you're not facing the right way.
So make your adjustments early. Don't get in the turn and go, oh, I have to turn left. You see the turn coming, start pointing your boat in the right direction. Thank you, Tom. Okay, trees. It's mostly people flipping the trees are on sandbars. It's not the trees that are going to flip you guys. It's going to be your reaction to the trees, okay? But if you come up to the trees and you see them and you go, ah, you're over. Your boat is over. I guarantee you. You cannot scream, do not react, do not lean away from them. Do not grab them under any circumstances. Do not put your paddle up to block them. All you do is put your head down, Tom.
Yes.
Put your head down. Now it's counterintuitive. It's not natural to put your head down. Give yourself that split second not to react. Your head's going to want to go back when you see the trees. Now if you expose yourself to the trees and you're going to flip your boat, okay? Just relax. Captain even call it out. We're going into the trees. Relax. Head down, okay? Head down in the boat. Now you've just centered your gravity. Keep your head down. You can keep your paddle up on the side. You can try to get out of there now, but don't lean away and try to get out. Does that make sense, you guys? Sandbars. Most people flip in 6 inches of water because they hit a sandbar and they freeze, okay? The minute you hit a sandbar, get out. Get out of the boat. You stop, and if you don't get out, the boat's going to swing around and go backwards and probably push you into something you don't want to be in. If you get stuck on a sandbar, you cannot have all that weight and push with your paddle. You're not going anywhere, and all you're going to do is flip your boat.
What's a sandbar?
You flip your boat,
Yeah.
we call that a dump truck.
What's a sandbar?
Okay? What's that?
What's a
It's that's a really good question. Our river is made up of sand and gravel, and it comes in. The river just doesn't go straight down in one water level. It gets higher and lower. You might be in 6 inches of water. You may be in 12 feet of water. Sandbars are those high parts underneath the river that come up, and it looks like a big bar of sand right under the top of the water. Does that make sense? You probably have 6 or 10 inches over it. Anywhere you come up on a beach or any kind of sandbar under you, okay? Pop out. If you flip your boat, okay, like I said, if you flip your boat, we call that a dump truck because usually people don't have their stuff tied in. You got to have everything tied in your boat. Everything on your person or tied in your boat. You will not be wearing any backpacks like this or anything because it can hook on things. No hydration packs, nothing. Nothing that can hook on trees, okay? If you get into the trees and flip in the trees, those are called strainers when there's current near trees. The trees are called strainers, whether above the water or below the water. You don't grab onto them. If you go swimming by accident, that means if you flip your boat and you're swimming. You want to first save yourself, then save your paddle, then save your boat. But worry about your own safety first. If that means letting go of your paddle, that means letting go of your paddle. We're going to send some extra paddles down with you guys today. Then get away from your boat. If your boat's up against a tree bank or a bank or trees, get away from your boat. You don't want to get pinned between the current and your boat and trees. So if you're near trees, don't grab onto them to get out of the water. You gotta just stay in the river until you get to a beach. Point your feet down river, look where you're going. It's not so swift that it's gonna rush you out. If you feel comfortable enough to roll over to your belly and swim to the shore, but don't self-rescue into the trees. Is that all really clear with everybody? Don't rescue into the trees, okay? If you guys flip and knock all your stuff out of the boat, we call that a yard sale too. It litters the river and you're going to lose your things, okay? So make sure, we're gonna help you tie things down. You shouldn't be taking, if you have a backpack that unclips, you know, around the shoulder here, you're gonna be clipping it around this and wrapping it up tight so that there's no loose holes like this that your foot can go in. Can everyone see that? So just think about if you flip and then your foot goes in there, that's what you want to avoid. They're called foot entrapments, okay? Any questions on that? How you're going to carry your gear downriver? What's that? Yeah. So if you guys flip your boat and it's in shallow water and on a sandbar, 6 inches of water, that's pretty self-explanatory how to get it out. You flip it upright, you dump the water out, you flip it upright, you put it in a safe place to get back in the boat again. If you flip in deeper water, you need to swim your boat to a shore, okay? Don't try to upright your boat in deeper water. You can't, and you can't get in it either, even if you can upright it. So just swim it to shore, even if it's full of water, just a couple of you slowly swim. And you guys help each other. If you see someone flip, or you see someone lose their gear out of their boat, go help them with that, okay? If you guys flip your boat and there's a little current around, people freeze and hang on to the boat or hang on to a tree. You just gotta let go of what's holding you there and get yourself into the water and float down river. If something's holding you and you're scared with current or whatever, get out of it. Let go and just go down river. It's better than hanging on to current pushing on you guys. So your takeout, you guys all know where your takeout is, right? Or the leaders do? All the leaders do? We're gonna go out in pods. We can't bum rush the river. You guys will take the first corner, maybe someone will flip, and you will be stacked up like a wrecked train, okay? So we're gonna stagger you out a little, keep some space between you. It's not a race. We're putting out groups at a time. We all can't go off the beach at the same time. In your group, you need to stay within your group. In your group, you've got a leader and a sweeper. You can't pass your leader, and your sweeper's not going to go ahead of you. You all need to stay contained. Does that make sense?